All right, hello grade 8s. Today is Tuesday, June the 9th. And you might have noticed my hair is looking a little different. I did my hair up fancy for the videos that I have just created for the grade 8 graduation slideshow. So the teachers have already decided who's gonna get which award, and I just finished making up the videos for those. However, we have not finished tallying the last little bit of numbers especially for this algebra strand. So Mr. St. John is just going to give all the grade 7s an I in algebra because of distance learning. He's saying we didn't have time to do it. And I really don't want to do that. So yesterday you guys had a little bit of homework to do, correcting not so much the questions on your test, but the idea behind the questions on your test to be able to perform them in a much more algebraic way based on the algebra that we have taught and been doing. So today we are going to continue working on some algebra stuff, and I would like to do a math journal, and I'd like to do a test. Test, I think I'm going to make it Friday because we're going to run out of time otherwise. We'll do the math journal probably Wednesday. Yeah, so then today we'll do a quick review of all the skills. Tomorrow we'll start the math journal and then studying, and then Friday is going to be your test, okay? So I'll be sending out an email to your parents to let them know to print off a test for that. Okay, back to the awards. So I just want to throw this out there. We've been doing this distance learning now since the beginning of April, end of March. And this is totally different. We've never done this before. When we were deciding on the awards for the grade 8 graduation, I spoke to Mr. St. John and our principal, Mr. Rodman, and I said to them, guys, we need to acknowledge the kids who've been working really hard in their distance learning. Those kids who have been handing in assignments day after day, week after week, staying on top of their work, showing the work in the photos, doing everything that I'm asking them to do. We need to acknowledge that. So we've made a new award. It's called the Distance Learning Award. I'm presenting it to a student. Obviously, it's one of you guys. You're the grade 8 kids that I'm teaching. But even though I filmed that award today, I just want to say that I really hope the winner, who I'm not revealing right now, but I really hope that the winner doesn't stop producing work for me from now until the graduation ceremony. You know, I mean, it would be pretty shameful if, you know, you all just decided to quit trying. And I'm giving you an award to acknowledge your hard work with distance learning, and you're not actually going to continue doing that. So yeah, if you've been working hard and you think maybe you're in the running for that distance learning award, please continue trying. You know, one of you is getting it, and there's only 9 of you, so it's 1 in 9 shot that it is you who's getting that award from me. Okay, I'm rambling on here. Let's flip the screen and let's get started with some algebra today. Okay, so I have here a list of the skills that we're going to need. We need to be able to solve using addition, solve using subtraction, solve using multiplication, solve using division. These are our straightforward basic skills. I'm going to go through them really fast right now. So solve using addition. So if I have a question that goes x minus 4 equals 12, well, you're going to use addition to solve this. You're going to put a plus 4 of 4 on both sides. So it's going to be x minus 4 plus 4 equals 12 plus 4. That plus 4 is what you're adding to both sides to solve it. And then that makes x alone. So then 12 plus 4 is 16. Okay, that's solving using addition. That's that first one there on our list. So hopefully we are all feeling confident about that. Okay, solving using subtraction. So this is where you've got x plus 2 equals 10. Okay, and you need to get x alone, so you have to do something to get rid of this plus 2. What are you going to do? You're going to use subtraction. So it's going to go x plus 2 minus 2 equals 10 minus 2. And that subtraction is what you're doing to both sides there. And then you have x equaling to 8. Notice I'm lining up my equal sign. I'm working down the page. All right, so solving using subtraction. Hopefully that one is a good old check mark. All right, the next one is using multiplication. So this is where I've got x divided by 3 equals 12. Let's just use these numbers. They're nice and friendly. So I need to use multiplication to get rid of this, and I need to get this divide by 3 looking like one whole. The way that I do this is I go x divided by 3 equals 12. I go times 3 to both sides. When I do this to both sides, I'm not actually changing my equation, right? I'm keeping it the same. But 3 over 3, we know that from our fraction work, that's one whole. That means x is alone here because 1 times x is not going to change x. 12 times 3, that's what, 36. And that's the answer to that one. Okay, so hopefully that one works. And now using division. Okay, so this is where I've got multiplication in place. So I've got, like, say, 4x equals 20. Okay, so this is multiplication, right? We're not showing the multiplication symbol, but it means multiplication. We all know this, right? So we got 4x equals 20, and I'm going to divide both sides by 4, and that's going to give me x equaling to 5. And that division of 4 to both sides, that's me solving using division. Okay, more than one step. Here we go. So, let's take this question here. I gotta find one on the page in front of me. Y'all can't see it. Okay, 2x plus 1 equals 9. All right, so I have two things I have to do here. You're not using BEDMAS because you're not actually altering anything here. We're just adding those 0 pairs to both sides of the equation. The balance of this equation stays the same. So it really doesn't matter which one we do, but if I use division first, it's going to be complicated because of this plus 1 here. So I want to get rid of that first off. Get rid of the easy stuff first. So I'm going to go 2x plus 1 minus 1 equals 9 minus 1. And it's the minus 1 that I'm doing to both sides. That's going to leave me with 8 over here, and then this is going to be 2x. Now I need to get rid of this by using division. So I'm going to go 2x divided by 2 equals 8 divided by 2. That divide by 2 is now what I'm doing to both sides. And that's going to leave me with x, because 2 over 2 is worth 1 whole, equaling 4. Okay? So that is more than one step. Check mark. Next thing, like terms. All right, so like terms is where you have, like, let's see here, 2x plus 3x equals 50. So 2x and 3x are like terms because they both have the x beside them. So we can collect them up. You put them together, you're going to have 5x here. Okay, and then you can solve it from there using the division method. So you can add those together, all right? That's like terms. And sometimes the x's appear on the other side of the equation, right? So sometimes your question looks like, let's see here. I'm not actually going to make it solvable. I'm just going to put something on the page. Let's go 2x equals x plus 10. There, this one should work. So I've got an x on both sides of my equation, and I have to get only the one x on the one side. So this side has a greater amount of x's than this side. So I'm going to get rid of x on here on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a subtraction to make that work. So it's going to go 2x subtract x equals x plus 10 subtract x. So in this case, I'm sticking this subtract x on both sides of my equation here. X subtract x, that's nothing. That leaves me with just 10. 2x subtract x, that's just x now. And there it is. Okay, so that's collecting the like terms. All right, that's like terms. There it is, like terms. Boom. Next one, distributive property. All right. So, distributive property is where you have brackets. Okay, so let's just say we've got 3, open bracket, 2x minus 2, close bracket. So everything that's on the outside of this bracket, this 3, is being multiplied by what's on the inside here. When it's side by side like that, it's showing multiplication. There's no multiplication sign, but that 3 is being multiplied by everything that's in this bracket. So really what we have here is we have 3 being multiplied by 2x, which is going to give us 3 times 2 makes 6x. Okay, and then we've got 3 multiplied by the subtract 2, which is going to give us, again, a subtract 6. Okay, so that's the distributive property, is when you have these brackets and you're taking that outside number and you're multiplying it by everything that's within that bracket. Okay, so that's the distributive property. Boom. All right, the last thing on our list is create equations from word problems. So we are going to do this on our math journal. You're going to get some word problems on the math journal. For today, we're going to focus on these things, okay? All of these items are going to be testable on your test, okay? But that one we're going to focus on with the math journal. So for today, I've got a pile of work there for you to do. And you are, of course, welcome to check your homework from last night's work with my answers. Make sure you're on the right track there. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a great day.